There are three things a gay always needs.
Craziest thing happened to me today.
We gotta know the tea. We gotta keep the tea. We gotta be the best friend.
Guess who I saw on the dating app the other day?
I'm so glad that phones cannot talk, because if my phone could talk, the secrets that it would tell.
Wow, I really was blessed with good looks. Like, look at me.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Good Day Gay Podcast. I'm Russell Ray, along with my co-host Paulie B.
Mr. Biohan.
Sorry, y'all. Look, the reason we're laughing is because I left the overlay picture of our podcast, and I'm waiting to go live, and the picture's still there, and I forgot to click it. Look, y'all, don't be mad at me. I just got back from Paris, like not even 5 hours ago. Like, I landed and came straight to do the podcast because I'm that dedicated to you. And so with that being said, today we are having our show on No Filter, No Fear, Finding Your Authentic Self. Because if you don't know who you are, how the hell are you gonna know who anybody else is? Paul, start us off, please. Boy, ooh.
I just want to ask you, do you use filters?
Do I use filters like on my Instagram?
Yeah, do you use filters on your Instagram or on like stories, or do you edit photos? Like, we're not going into that sort of authenticity, but I just want to know, do you?
No, I haven't used a filter in probably 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, everything is like just pure lighting. Like, you want a little sneak peek of the pictures that I took in the gym yesterday?
Oh, okay. Is this OnlyFans or is this safe for work?
No, this is safe for work.
Oh, okay.
That's all lighting, baby. All lighting, but that's also me.
Okay.
So, I mean,
okay, back shred.
When you're cute, you don't have to do stuff like that. Okay, so I want to get. Wait, do you use filters?
I normally don't use filters. No, sometimes I use filters if the lighting is shit.
Okay.
And so then I'll change the lighting on the story to like make it look a bit better if the lighting of the actual photo was shit.
Okay.
I never edit any photos. Sometimes I do look at my photos and think that I'm fat. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to post that one because I'm like living in my body dysmorphia mind. So I'm not going to post that. But then on my grid, if I post a photo on my grid, I always use a filter just because I like the color scheme. Like, it's very neutral. It's very brown. It's very like Kardashian.
Like a Lightroom, like a preset.
Like a preset. I don't do anything other than that, just because I like that color scheme. And so then that color scheme like goes throughout my entire Instagram grid, if that makes sense.
I mean, we're gonna have to discuss that later, because I was told that I should probably start using a preset on my Instagram, because so it makes it look more cohesive.
While we're talking, I'll just quickly find the filter that I use because it's actually so cute.
Let's actually stalk Paul's Instagram, and I will tell you which photos have a filter on them and which ones don't.
All of them have a filter on them because
right after I like this photo of somebody that just popped up on my Instagram, and right after I saved this one to my folders. Okay, now on to Paul.
Okay, so I normally use the Juno or the Slumber filter, and I think it's usually Slumber. I normally use Slumber.
Okay.
Are you literally scrolling
I can see pictures right now? Number 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11 are all filtered. So the lie detector determined that was a lie.
Pick your favorite photo.
My favorite photo of you?
Yeah, on my grid. Like on your first, pick your favorite photo of me and tell me if you know me. Like, is that photo is that photo authentically myself?
this picture of you in Italy on the next to like the river. You just use a preset on this. This is you. This is just lighting and you.
Wait, show me. Show the camera. Oh, like, do you think that photo literally like is that me? Like, is
Oh,
there...
like does it show your persona, like as in like who you actually are?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've actually had one guy say to me, like this guy that I went on a date with, and you're frozen and your face is like, sorry.
Mine? I was looking at our notes.
Okay, so I was on this date once and I was just talking to this guy because well, obviously that's what you do when you're on a date, you talk to the person. So, why are you covering the
I
microphone?
covered my mic because that was obnoxious.
So I was on this date with this guy and I can't remember what we were talking about, but we somehow just got onto like photos and stuff, and I was like, oh, you know, sometimes you can meet someone and when you see them in person, their photos are just not them. And then I was like, and I said to him, I was like, I've been told a lot by people that, you know, I'm better in person. And I was like, what does that mean? Because, and you know, they would always follow up by saying, you don't take shit photos. Like, you're just better in person because your personality shines through more in person than it does on like the grid and on photos. And I was like, oh, that's really sweet. And yeah, he was like, you know, we went on this date and he was like, yeah, I can like, I always knew you were a vibe like from your Instagram and from following you for years, but to like sit here in person with you and to get to know you better, like I can truly tell that you are a vibe and like you do have this energy and this personality that just doesn't come through on a filter, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think like when I see pictures of you, it pretty much portrays who you are.
I think because you know me though, like, and I also don't put a filter onto me. Do you know what I mean? Like if we're going to be talking about no filter, no fear, like I feel like I genuinely live my authentic life. Like, do I hide parts of myself from certain people? Yes, but that's because I don't think they need to see those sides of me.
What sides are those?
I would say like...
Just kidding.
Oh, I thought I was interviewing you here.
What sides of those do you not like to show people, Paul? Matter of fact, let me press screen record so we can not show them together.
What do you mean screen record? We're literally live.
I know, but I just needed my phone for easy access.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm myself. I'm 100% myself.
Okay, that's cute. We love that.
Yeah. What about you? Do you feel like you're 100% yourself all the time?
Nope.
Are you yourself right now?
Okay, so here's the thing. I try to be nice to everyone. I do. I try to be nice to everyone. And then only certain people who I feel are real and genuine do you get that entirety of me. Does that make sense? So
it makes sense.
So like to me, I'm like, I'm not gonna unlock myself and give you this full side, not even like inauthentic or authentic, but I'm just not gonna give you me that I know exists because I don't think you're worth my time.
Yes, no, that's a good way to put it. That's exactly what I was trying to say in terms of hiding parts of myself. It's more around like what you just said then, like you're worth seeing like to the person that you're with or who you're hanging out with or your friend, the people that you love. It's like you're worth seeing the entirety of me.
Yes. Like when I'm hosting, people get the 100% me. Like when I'm on stage, they get my 100% authentic, like my goofy self, my fun self, my I don't give a self. Like I am there to have a good time because like clearly I'm the host. I am the reason the show is existing. Like when I'm on stage, so people are there for a good time. And the only reason that I feel like that's when people actually see the real side of me is when I'm on stage and I'm giving that energy, because that's actually entirely who I am, because I'm playing off of myself.
Yeah. And
I'm not playing off of anybody else.
Yeah. And I think that you and I have spoken about this before. Like, we're both performers. And, you know, you sort of look at people that have, I guess, like their alter ego performer, if that makes sense. Like Beyonce has Sasha Fierce.
Yes.
You know, like Nicki Minaj has Roman. Like, they have like their alter egos. Whereas, like, I know in the case for myself, I don't have a performance alter ego. It's really just like the extension, or like the full extension of myself, if that makes sense. Like, is that, would you say that's the same as you, or do you have like a Sasha Fierce?
No, I think who I am on stage is authentically who I am. And I think
yeah.
sometimes in person, depending on who I'm around, I'm just a little bit more kicked back, because I'm like, I need to conserve my energy for when I'm on stage.
Yeah, totally true.
Because I'm like, I just can't always be the life of the party. I just, you know, like, you got to know when your place is. Like, some people, look, there's people in the world who will get you, and there's people in the world who won't get you. And I've just come to an understanding at the age of 33 now.
You're 33?
Yeah. I know. It's crazy.
How that look so good. You look so good for 33.
Thank you. You can click the link in my tab in my bio for all of my skin hacks. But you know, like, some people will get you, and some people will not. And I've learned at 33 that
yeah,
you don't need to try and force people to understand who you are. If even like, I'm not even saying like I hang around people that I don't want to hang around with. Like, there's people like genuinely like to hang around with, because I think they're funny, and so I'm enjoying them. But they don't understand my joke, so I just like lay back on that, right? Because it's we were either raised differently, or we just have a different understanding of life and comedy. But you know, I can find fun in anything, and so there's sometimes I'm just kicking back and I'm just cracking up, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, you just make me laugh."
Oh, that's so sweet,
you know. And I'm like, like, you're funny, and I've had people tell me that, like, "Oh, like, you know, you're not." And I'm like, that's cool. Like, you know, because like I know that they won't understand my joke, so I don't care to press it on them.
Yeah. No, that's funny. I think no, I'm just thinking about like I think sometimes I can be so, like, when I'm literally being my authentic self, I can be so direct. Like, I remember this one time I was out, and it happened again last night. So the first time I realized it was like, there was this one guy, we were out, me and my friends, and this one guy came up to me, and he was just like, skinny latte. And I was like, sorry? And he was like, skinny latte, that's my coffee order. And I was like, okay. And he was like, yeah, you're a barista at that coffee shop, right? And I was like, no, I work in finance. Like, I'm not a barista. And then he was like, oh, sorry, I thought I got you mistaken with someone else. And I literally was just like, if that was your attempt to try and pick me up, then please try again, because it did not work. And then I was like, walked away, and I was like, wait, did I just say that? Like, why am I so mean? And then last
night, that's fair. Like, sometimes you got to call it out, and sometimes it's funny when you call it out. Like, were you trying to hit on me? Because that didn't really flow. That, like, go back over there and try it again. Come back again. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see you. Like,
yeah.
Oh, hi.
Skinny latte. Let's go get one.
Are you finance bro? No, I'm a barista.
You just said you're a finance bro. And so then
you gotta keep them guessing, keep them on their toes.
And so, like, okay, like last night again, I like had that thought, or like that self-reflection while I was dancing. I was like, why am I so mean? Like, someone came up to me, or they were like dancing next to me last night, and then he just goes to me and he goes, oh, can I have a gum? And then I was like, oh, do you want to introduce yourself first before you ask me for some gum? Like,
No, he wanted the one that you were chewing.
Oh, nah,
Oh,
nah. I'm not doing that.
well, crazier things have happened in gay places.
This
This wasn't even a gay bar. Has there ever been a time where you found yourself trying to force yourself to enjoy something, either because like you've been drugged there by not your choice? So it could have been like for an event, it could be like you just happen to think something was maybe going to be funner than it maybe turned out to be, and you're there like you try to make the best of it, but it just wasn't hitting for you. Like you actually wanted to go home and just have a vodka soda on your couch.
Yeah, tequila soda for me.
Yeah.
I definitely think that again, I'm just gonna be like the biggest advocate for therapy. Everyone should go to therapy. But before I went to therapy, I was a massive people pleaser. And so especially with my exes, like I guess, you know, everyone wants to be loved. I obviously wanted to feel that feeling of like loved and like being loved and you know, like doing what you can for the people that you love.
Mm-hmm.
And like one of my exes really likes like board games. But and I don't mind a board game, but I like my favorite board game is Sequence, I think, because it's fast, it's competitive.
What is Sequence?
Sequence is like Connect 4. Like you have a board. Yeah, you have a board, and on the board are like cards.
Got it.
Yeah, so pictures of cards. So you've got cards, and then when you see like you're trying to connect 4, so you put the card down, you're like, okay, Queen of Hearts, and then you put a token on the Queen of Hearts, and then you try to get.
Got it. Okay.
So for me, it's a quick game, it's a fast game, it's competitive. You can get mad at the other people, like, and then afterwards you laugh about it and you're like, ha, 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 I beat you. But the type of board games he liked were like the ones where you have a village and then you have to attack their village and then you have to expand your world and all of that.
Oh no.
And look, I don't mind oh no. And look, I don't mind that stuff. Like I can be a bit of a geek to my core. Like I love Pokemon. Like I'm definitely a Pokemon geek.
Uh-huh.
But those games there, I literally get to the point where I tell the other players, I'm like, can someone kill my village because I want to leave?
Wow.
Like I don't want to play this anymore. So kill my village. But yeah, I think I used to be such a people pleaser back in the day, and I would go to things just to like make someone else happy.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would still do that for my partner these days, but I think that it would be a realization of like, look, it's not something that I usually love, but I'm willing to give it a go for you because I love you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's very Pisces of you.
Yeah. But other than that, these days, if I'm not enjoying it, I'm literally just like, peace.
That's what I feel like I am. I'm like, okay, y'all have a good night. I'm gonna head to Taco Bell and go home.
For me, it's Taco Bell's so good in the like at night. But for me as well, it's like when I'm surrounded by people that I feel aren't their authentic self or their genuine self, I literally will excuse myself. Like I'll just like exit slowly, like Homer Simpson, like into the crowd, like because I just don't want to deal with people that aren't authentic.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. There was, oh my gosh, there was a time.
Yeah.
I went to a strip club for. It was a straight.
A girl. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. It was a straight strip club, and I was like, you know, I'm here because like I'm trying to be like a good sport, which it was fine. It was actually fine.
I like the strip club,
but the thing was like the strippers were not fun, right? Because like if you see one toe, here's the thing, right? Here is a message to all strippers.
Russ's rants. Here we go.
No, let me just bitch. We are back and better than ever. Okay. So here is a word to all the strippers. If you see a token gay in a group of straight men, if you can get the gay on your side, I promise you, you will be the richest stripper that night because he will convince all the boys he's with to spend their money on you. Okay.
Yeah,
Let me
fair
just
enough.
make that very clear. Like, I'm all about it. I think if you want to be a stripper and you want to pay your way through college or that's your way of lifestyle, like, good for you. Do what makes you happy. We're at the strip club and I have money. I have like probably like $400 in ones, right?
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I'm about to have a good time. Like, this could be fun, right? Like,
Yeah,
they're gonna feel safe with me. I'm gonna be that one. They're like, yo, we got him in the bag, like, because he's gonna be our wingman, right? Like, I could be the stripper's wingman. My mentality.
Yeah.
Not fun. Girl had an attitude, and she was like, "Are you gonna throw that money at me?" And I was like, "Excuse me." And she was like, "Yeah, don't you want to make it rain on me? Am I not your type?" And I was like, "Actually, no."
Do you want to make it
And the
rain
boys
on
at the table
me?
were like,
Wow.
"Oh shit," right? And I'm like, "Actually, no." And she's like, "You ever hear waving all that money around?" I said, "Baby, you haven't done not a single thing that impressed me." I said, "I'm the only gay one at this table." And she's like, "Well, I'm good for you. I'm glad." I said, "I'm glad too, and that's exactly why we're gonna leave, and your ass ain't gonna get paid, right?" So let me go to the next spot, and then this lady, mind you, I'm still trying to like, not
You're
take
like, I want to
but
spend my money.
I want to have like a good time, right?
Yeah, you want to
You
throw
see it
some
on, you see
ones.
like, you see Drake at the strip club, you see like Lil Nas X at the strip club, like you see every Nicki Minaj, you see like, right? It's supposed to be a good time, right?
Yeah.
And it's for a bachelor party, and like I'm all for it, right? Like I'm all for my boys, and like it was a good thing, like whatever. And I'm sitting there at the next place, and I'm like, oh, God, these bitches are so tired. They are tired, right? Like, and one comes and sits next to me, and she goes, she's like, "Are you having a good time?" And I was like,
Oh.
"No."
I'm not. I want to see some ass.
She's like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because like, it's just not fun for me." I'm like, I'm like, that like, y'all are women. I'm not not into it, but I'm also like not into it. And I was like, and everywhere we've gone, everybody's had an attitude. And I'm over here trying to make it rain, and no one wants to make that happen because no one can understand that I'm the token gay that's here to get y'all money, and I could be in everybody's pockets and get you paid. And nobody understands that. And I was like, I want to go home. And she starts laughing so hard, and she goes, I kind of had feelings sick, but I didn't want to offend you. And she's like, whatever. So then we start talking or whatever. I handed like $20. I'm like, here you go. Like,
here you go. Have this.
like,
Yeah.
And then me and my friend were like, let's get out of here. Like, this is not it. And then the girl from the first club, because it was owned by they were owned by the same owners.
Oh, yeah.
She starts walking in, and I was like, and me just keeping up my attitude, right? I'm like,
Of course,
you missed it.
of
We just made it rain
course.
on 3 girls in there. I'm like, that's about $1,500 you just missed. I was like, boop, let's go. She was so irritated.
Was she gagged? She was like,
She was gagged. Like, first of all, don't mess with me because I don't care. What? Like, come on now. I used to be a go-go dancer. Like, I know what it is. But I also never had an attitude with people when I was go-go dancing. So yes, I had tried to force myself to enjoy that moment, and it just wasn't hitting. And I was like, probably I will never do this again unless I'm like a billionaire and I'm just like, I could hate you and I could just throw money at you. But I'm just like, I didn't feel at that point that was my authentic self. I was like, this is a headache. I mean, I did have a good time with my friends, and like we did have like good moments, but I was still like, oh, girl, these girls is tired. They are tired, girl. Like, let me just get up on the stage and show you how it's supposed to get done. Let me just show you. It's your lucky day. I'm in my thong and in my job. I could just make this happen. And I'm pretty sure some of these straight MFs in here will probably make it rain on me.
Yes,
my authentic self would have been on the stage. My inauthentic self was sitting behind trying to enjoy the show, and it was not working.
maybe that is your authentic self though, but like the bad part, not the bad part, but like the part that you're not proud of was triggered, if that makes sense.
What do you mean?
As in like that was your like reaction to be like, fuck this place, like I'm having the worst night, blah blah blah. Like that your authentic self, but then you're also like, I don't want to be like this. Like, I don't want to be.
Yeah, I want it to be a vibe. And they were not letting it happen. And I'm like, not that the boys wasn't going to let it happen, because the boys were like, yo, we're going to follow your lead. Like, we trust you. Like, you could probably sniff out the one that's like the best time, right? And I'm like, okay. And
you could probably sniff out the one. Oh my gosh.
And they're like, you know, like, you got to be our wingman. And I'm like, yo, I got you. Like, I got you. Like, we can make this happen, right? Nope. I'm like, we should have went to Vegas, because these girls is all washed up. I'm tired. And I'm tired. And it was just like a whole, like, I was like, no, I can't do this again. So that was the time where I was authentically leaving out myself, because I was like, I'm so uncomfortable here. I want to leave. But I wanted to not be a downer. So I was trying to, you know,
like
make it work.
Yeah, so that you could make it rain.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, I was ready. Like, I had a wad of cash. I was like, I worked overtime for this, and I'm gonna make it rain, and we're gonna take shots. And I'm like, this is why people are gay, because they don't want to deal with this. Because if it was a gay strip club, it would have been like crazy popping. There would have been music. There would have been streamers, lasers, girl poppers in the corner. There would have been people who weren't dancing at the club in their jock straps over there dancing at the club. Like, it would have been a good time.
Yeah, that's just the gay.
Not here. That is called the circuit party.
I actually do. I miss that about, like, when I was in the US, like having the wad of ones, and like when someone like really, like, because I'd go to the drag bars and everything, when someone like really gets you going, you're like, take my money,
take all of it, Where's my wallet right now? Where is it? I'll throw it at the computer screen. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, it's crazy. Oh, okay. Moving on from Russ's rants into
the weekly
mask that we wear. So,
yes, I was about to say, like,
do you feel like there's specific pressures because we're gay? Do you think that there's specific pressures for us to overperform and to almost kind of be like I don't even want to say like a sideshow. Like, is there that pressure, like when we show up into the room, like, oh, you're supposed to be the fun one. You're supposed to be gay, like the fun gay.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Like, there are times where I've gone to parties and, like, you know, I'm new here in Melbourne, right? So I'm meeting a lot of people. My friends are introducing me to people. I meet people when I'm out. And sometimes in a group, I'll find that there's one mean gay. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's one mean gay, and then I would always sort of try to just like, my favorite thing to do when I'm out is to like just analyze someone, or to just people watch, or to just try and figure out someone's life story, because I don't know, I really should just be dancing, but there I am like trying to figure out someone's life story. And so
I hate that more than anything in the world.
I'm just like dancing and just looking at this person being like, this person's fake as fuck. Like,
yeah.
But like, I find that there's always, in like a gay friendship group, there's always that one mean gay, and it's kind of like, is that your personality, or are you so mad at the world? Like, are you so not proud of who you are that you need to put on this front of like, I'm gay and I'm mean and I'm cunty, like, to be liked by people? Do you know what I mean?
To your point, like, I think that itself is, because I feel like those type of people are trying to show that they're quote unquote so unbothered. Like, I'm unbothered, I can't be bothered. And it's like, no, you're literally bothered.
You're literally bothered.
You look bothered, and now I'm bothered because your face is like, your face is
literally why you're acting that way, because you are bothered. Like, that's
bothered with no fathered.
Daddy, please, I love him.
Daddy issues.
Stream daddy issues. So that's what I find. I find that there's a pressure for And who knows? Maybe it's because we've like had to hide or like be in the closet or whatever. But I feel like there's a pressure to just be liked by people. Do you know what I mean? And so people
Yeah.
put on this front that they think, like you said, if I'm unbothered, then people will think I'm so confident and they'll like gravitate towards me. And it's like, no, you're literally looking like the smallest person in the room right now. Like
Dude,
just
literally smaller than your.
just what other masks? Yeah, like just trying to move on. Like, what other masks do you
No,
think people
but
put on?
you know what I like? I like the challenge of those people. Not because I want to be friends with them, but I like to crack those people because there's two people that I know that I run into all the time, and they were kind of like that, like, oh, I can't, like, I'm so unbothered, like, I can't be bothered. And then it's like, then it switches, right? Because they notice that I don't care. I'm like, be bothered, don't be bothered. I don't care. I'm going to Sam's Club and I'm gonna go get me a slice of pizza, okay, and a dollar churro. Like, that's what I'm gonna get. So you could be bothered, and I'm gonna be eating. So, and then like sooner than later, like they start hitting me up, like, hey, like, what are you doing this weekend? And I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered. And they're like, LOL, ha ha ha. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, get it together. Like, I'm not the one. And they're like, oh, you're actually really cool and really funny. And I'm like, yeah, and you're not. So like, but then I end up finding a side to them, and I'm like, where was this at? Because this is shining, this is glowing, and this is really giving me who you are as a person. But you know, I feel like there also could be like other things, like, oh, I need to act unbothered because I have an OnlyFans, and I need people to think that I'm more important than I really am. I need to act unbothered that I have 10,000 followers and I don't have 1 million followers because I don't want people to think I'm thirsty. And I'm like, who cares? Like, who cares? It should, nothing irks me more than, like, look, we're millennials. Millennials are a good ass time. Like, we are. It's just who we are. Do you remember back like 2010, 2011, like people were clapping, you were in the middle of the circle, like it was 8 all the time. Yes, the fingers already going up. You're like, bop, 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 bop. I want to get in on this. And you're like rocking back and forth, right? And you're ready to get in. And so like that's where we're coming from. So to walk into anywhere at this time and age, like we're only 33. J-Lo is still shaking her ass when she's 56, right? So like I got 23 years to keep shaking my ass before like I can even begin to remotely slow down. So when I walk into a bar and I see someone and they're just like in the corner and they're sipping their drink and they just want to have a conversation, like, what are we doing? Why are we having a conversation at the bar? Like, there's a DJ playing, E40 is playing, like Sabrina Carpenter's playing right now. Like, we are missing all the moments because someone wants to have a mental breakdown, and it's not even a good one. Like, it's the type of like, oh no, girl, he hasn't texted me back. Like, girl, I don't care. This song Chris Brown is playing. What are you doing?
Do you know what's missing? Do you know why? It's because like back in the 2000s, we had Honey. We had You Got Served. We had Stomp the Yard.
Stomp the Yard. So you think You Can Dance just came out around that time?
Step Up. Like, we need those movies to come back out where there's like the vibe. Like, you know, like the scene of what's it called? Save the Last Dance, and Julia Stiles is in the club and she's just like we need those scenes again.
We do, like, it's just, like, people are trying to tone it down, but at the same time overhype themselves. And I don't know if it's because Instagram and TikTok have become so much bigger. Yeah. And we had MySpace and we had a profile song, girl. And we had a profile song, like, this is my song. So when that song came on at the dance or when you were out, everyone turns to you, they're like, yo, this is his profile song.
Yeah. I think
like,
mine was
you don't know what anybody's profile song is anymore.
No, I think mine was Kiss Me Through the Phone, like Soulja Boy, like Kiss Me Through the Phone. No, you don't know.
Mine was, I know what song you're talking about. Mine was definitely Tell Me When to Go. It's like boom, 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 boom.
Tell me where to go. Tell me where to go. Tell me where to go.
Dumb.
Yeah, see that is you got served.
That still until this day, people know that that's my song. And then the other one is
you're really
Too
gangster.
Short. What's my favorite word? And then people be like, bitch, why they gotta say it like okay, like every
you're actually really gangster.
And that's why it's hard for me to relate to the gays because they don't understand that we could also be down and brown. Okay, we don't have to just be following Sabrina Carpenter and Taylor Swift, like and be like, oh, Beyonce. We could be like, yes, E40, like, and it doesn't make you any less gay. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's like being an athlete and being shamed for being an athlete. Like, why are you into like those rugged sports? Like, because I like tackling people, and I was getting tackled by a man before you were. Like, what? You know, like, why do you play rugby? Okay. The silence is very clear.
I just want to bring, I think that's a good like segue into like bringing it back to masks, because so here we're talking about people that tone it down, but I also think that people dial it up as a mask.
Yeah.
Like there's, and I don't know why, like, again, internally, I need to assess, like, why am I letting this person like get to me? Like every morning at 6 a.m., there's one girl in the gym that just talks so loud. And I'm like, we don't need to hear your conversation. Like you're talking to your friend, not to the whole gym. Like talk to your friend, not to the whole gym. We don't need to hear it, honey. Like, please just dial it down. Like, why are you putting on such a front to be like this loud girl in the gym at like freaking 6 a.m.? Like, why?
Are you going to gym at 6 a.m.? Hold on. Don't just skip over that. Like, it's like,
I always go to the gym at 6 a.m. You know that.
Yeah. Yes, the audience agrees. Yes, honey. Yes. A 6 a.m. workout, you're about to be a CEO, child.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Okay. And you are about to pay all my bills.
We do have a comment in the comments, though, about that. And so Asuela Media says some people are loud because they've never been heard. And that's the tea.
No, that's good. You're right, because I still don't listen. I still don't hear them, even when they are loud, because I'm not listening. I'm like, I don't want to hear you, so I just drown it out, right? I got 7 nieces and nephews. I lived with 4 of them, and it's like I could drown out the loudest piercing noises, and I'm like, you're so loud, but I don't hear nothing. Like, are you talking?
Yeah.
Like,
it's because they're being loud with nothing to say. We're really coming onto something. Some people are loud because they've never been heard, but in reality, they're being loud with nothing to say.
And that's that on that.
And that is the episode.
Because they're gay, not smart. But also, like, you have these influencers like Brent Marock, and you have James Charles, and you have Jeffree Star, and they're all loud on Instagram, right? So people want to try and portray this like, if they're loud on Instagram, I can be loud on Instagram and it'll work for me. But people don't understand that an online persona is entirely different than an in-person persona, because
but
I've seen this in the hosting world, right, where companies were going to TikTokers because they had a lot of followers. That doesn't mean that they knew how to captivate an audience. Right. There's a reason why the industry is shifting back now to hosts, right? Because TikTokers technically weren't keeping people in the seats. Like, it may work for you online, and you may actually influence people to buy things and go try things, but can you actually keep and captivate their attention in an audience? And that's a no. Then you have someone like me, who I really don't have that many followers on Instagram, but when I'm in an audience of 800 to 1,000 people, they are focused on me, and I'm captivating them the entire time. And there's a line to meet myself and my DJ at the end of the show. And like security is kicking them out. Like, we have to close this venue down in 30 minutes. Like, get your pictures and get out. And I'm like, wait, but I made new friends. Hey, you know, and we're doing our thing because that's a real personality that's actually people are drawn to.
Exactly. And that's what I was about to say. Like, I think that, you know, Bretman Rock, yes, he is loud, but you can look at Bretman Rock's like social media and you know, like, this is himself. Like, if I walked past Bretman on like the street in the Philippines, in Hawaii, like if I walked past him, he would be acting exactly like that. Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, I think you can tell. Like, I think if you live your authentic self, you can easily pick up when other people aren't living their authentic self. It's like that vibration thing, right? You're like, I'm literally vibrating at this level, and I can see that you're trying to vibrate at this level, but you're just not. Like,
but you're just not vibrating. Like,
you're just not vibrating.
It's just not like you're not
like
vibing.
The battery, like the battery's dead. Like,
you're not even a lithium ion battery. You're like just one of them 99-cent store ones that you get that dies in like 15 minutes. Like, you're not even a Energizer bunny, girl. Like, you are not rechargeable. You are just one and done, and nobody wants you.
Not the battery read. Not the battery read right now. Wow. Okay.
Charge your batteries, girl.
Energy bunny. Energy bunny. Okay.
I think
reference to the 2000s.
I think some signs that people need to realize that you're not living authentically is that you're doing things based off of other people's approval, or you're doing things for the likes. Like, oh, people like when I post thirst traps, so let me post more thirst traps, and then pretty soon you see yourself posting more risque thirst traps because the audience
needs
loses the interest, so they want to engage them back. So it's like, well, let me post something a little bit more. Like, there is a guy on Instagram who, I don't know how he gets away with this, but he hikes his shorts up a little higher every time. I don't not the lip bite. I don't follow him personally, but sometimes he'll pop up in suggested feed, like to like,
and you'll like it.
People you may know, and no, and I'm like, I can't be bothered. But like, he gets like, you can sometimes see what's going on, and I'm like, yo, like, how is this meeting community guidelines? But
not the community guideline.
Again, like, is that really who he is, or is he really just trying to? Is he seeing the success of OnlyFans stars and OnlyFans influencers, and he wants to try and imitate that, but doesn't want to completely commit. Therefore, he's half in, half out. You know.
And I do want to. We're coming onto our hour soon, and I just want to touch on like, yes, we've been saying, you know, people dial it down, people dial it up. And I think one of the times to dial it up is, you know, when you have the right to be proud and to be authentic. Like, and so I just want to bring that up because, like, I was telling you last night, I realized while I was at the party, because someone explained it to me. So the party that I went to last night was called Tasty Raid Melbourne. And it celebrates the tasty raids of I think it was like 1990, this like August 1990, or whenever it was. I can't remember. I'm really 1994. I need to Google it. But basically, I'm like trying to like talk like I know history, and I really don't. But basically, the tasty raids of Melbourne is the equivalent to the Stonewalls, like the Stonewall riots of New York. So, you know, at first I was like, went into this party and I was like, wow, everyone's really like hyped up this party. Like, we found tickets. Me and my friends went in and we walked in, and I was kind of like, there are a lot of daddies at this party. Like, I kind of thought it would be very queer, very young, but there are a lot of daddies here. And like, someone that I was talking to was like, you know, why do you know like the relevance of this party, right? And I was like, no, I don't. I'm sorry. And he was like, this is a celebration of the Tasty Raids. Like it's like it's the anniversary. Like every year on the anniversary of the Tasty Raids, they put this party on. The DJs are the same DJs from 40 years ago. The people that go
That's really
are
cool. I love that.
Exactly. He was like, "Do you know who that DJ is?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And he was like, "He was the one that started this club. Like he was the one that started this party in Melbourne." And he, you know, every year he puts on this party as a reminder of like the Tasty Raids. So basically, you know, like everyone in the party, like when the raids happened, were held back for like hours. They were cavity searched, they were strip searched by police. And then later on, it was found out that police didn't have the right grounds to do the warrant, like the search warrant. That's just what I've Googled. But yeah, do you know what I mean? I was like, this is really cool. Like, here I am, like being judgmental and like a judgmental bitch being like, why are there so many daddies here? But the reality,
is there DJ Decrepit playing behind the spins?
No, but in reality, like they're there because they're like they have something to celebrate. They have something to be loud about. They have something to be proud about. They have something to be authentic about. Like, I think that's when you like, you know, when being loud is allowed, if that makes sense.
I think also people forget that like being queer is also a like superpower. Like you already have so much in the palm of your hand because you are queer, right? Like
so, and like living that authentic
queer, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, a lot of these things wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for the queer lifestyle. So like own that. Like, and yes, there's gonna be people that call you the F word, and yes, there's gonna be people that call you maricones, and there's gonna be people who call you all these things, but
bakla,
baby. But one day, look at Patrick Star. He is the prime example of living your authentic self and coming out on the other side, right? He worked at Mac. He couldn't even get, I forgot what he said, but he couldn't get something done at Mac, let alone now Mac is holding his line and he's monetizing as a face of Mac and as a collaborator with Mac. You see, like, you see how powerful that is? Like, he started as a makeup artist there and couldn't even, I don't know if it was get a store or get like do like the live where you do Mac live in the thing and you show people how to blend their makeup and stuff. Went told himself, this is who I am. I love makeup and I am gonna just do as much as I can with this, and naturally and authentically prospered to the point where Mac had to reach out to Patrick Star to collaborate with them to make sure that their sales are still gauging the interest of this new audience and new generation. And so I think people forget that, like, being gay is a superpower. Being queer is a superpower. Like, let me tell you, once I tapped into that and once I really became comfortable with who I am.
Exactly.
Hey, like, people all the time, like, hug me, like, run up and hug me, like, oh my God, I love you. I love your vibe. Like, you were just, oh my gosh, you just have so much going for you. I really hope you go far in your career. And I'm like, me too, girl. Are you an agent? Or do you work for America's Got Talent? Is anybody in the industry retiring so that I can have my moment back on stage? Right? Tap
but I think
that.
like
just
exactly. And I think to tap into that though, like you need to have an awareness of like what authenticity is and what it isn't. And so it's like once you've realized the boundary between what's authentic and what's not authentic, and you know, is my action right now like breathing authenticity, once you like live in that mindset or within that lifestyle, then you can really tap into that and be like, every fucking action that I'm doing is my authentic self. And like people see that and it really like exuberates.
You know what? It's Will Amelia just made a good comment saying overcoming so much in our lives has made us the most powerful community in our generation. And it's true. Not especially as millennials, like we couldn't be out and walking around in high school and like be happy and be like, oh, I'm dating someone. Like now you have Gen Z and they're bisexual and it was like, oh yeah, I was dating this girl, and then it's like I'm pansexual, so now I have a boyfriend and a girlfriend. It's like, you know, it's like, what? And it's like, do you live your life, but also like you didn't have to go through the things that we went through. Another point that Isuelo Media is making is this is why the RNC crashed Grindr, but that's another conversation for another live. Which
can we just explain what maybe it's an Australian thing? Like, what is RNC?
Republican National Conference.
Yeah. Okay.
Or convention, not
yes,
conference.
That's when everyone was like on. It was like the most like heavily, yeah, heavily populated, not populated, like a high volume of Grindr users.
Let me let you in on some tea, right? Because we can live our authentic self. Some of our friends can live their authentic self. Let me tell you the amount of Republicans that not friends with. So y'all like clock that. I'm not friends with.
Okay.
However, I know them through proxy. Either we were raised around the same group, we know each other through an extended person, whatever. The amount of Republican men that have hit on either myself or one of my friends talking about come through, my girl is gone. You want to like there is no more insecurity than a straight Republican man who is closeted and wants to call out. They're so loud. And that's another thing that people should know about like living your authentic self. Being loud sometimes doesn't mean that you're being confident. It means that you're hiding something. Like these men that are so loud against gay rights and LGBTQIA2+ rights.
Just a DL daddy.
They are really DL. And sometimes they're not even daddies because they don't even watch their nothing. Right? It's just all nasty.
Tune into the DL episode.
We will talk about that on another day. That is another conversation. But I just want to say, don't let somebody else's insecurity sway your way of living.
Yeah.
And also understand, when I was in communication school, my teacher always told me, when you're in an audience, aim to please only 85%, because aiming for 100 is really going to knock you down. She said just like this: imagine you got 85 people out of 100 to buy your product. Do you think you'll be any less happy that if you got 100 sales versus if you got 85 sales? No, you're going to be happy that you got 85 sales. On something that you're dreaming of, something that you dreamed of, and something that like you had all these plans for. Now, is 100% great? Yes, but people have differences and people have different likes. So your jokes, your personality,
it's
not always going to hit. And sometimes you also have to know, sometimes your personality is too strong to be around people on a regular because they can't handle your presence because they have their own internal issues. So it's better to show up occasionally and be missed than to be around all the time and be like, God damn, he's annoying. And it's not because he's annoying. It's because you have a strong personality that they just don't know how to handle. So why dim your light when you can shine somewhere else?
Yeah. And I feel like I was singing it to you before we started. I feel like the perfect line, it's like, young hearts, to yourself be true. To be true, baby.
Nobody wants my man like he wants you.
Hey, that's open relationships, which we're going to talk about in another episode.
Not open relationships, child. Oh, y'all really trying to undo the tea. We do have another comment really quick before we move on to our Oh No moments of the week, which I have two of, by the way.
I have one.
Hector P. Norwegia said, love coming across the ones that talk up their wives and kids, and the Grindr notifications are popping off on their phone. And let me tell you, honey, if you are straight and you are watching this podcast or listening to it on Spotify or Apple iTunes podcast, and your husband's phone is going, that is not Bible study. That is not a group chat. That is not WhatsApp. That means your man likes sausage with his eggs. Okay. So and you might want to go through his phone and you might want to start sleeping. Use that little face ID when you sleep. Get it going and search that phone, honey, because he probably got a man who will do things that you probably want to do. Okay.
Oh no. Let's move
And
on
for
to
our
Oh
or
no.
no moment of the week, Paul, would you like to start us off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No. Okay. Okay. So yesterday I went out for brunch with my friend and he gagged me like literally like no, not like that.
Oh,
Like
praying for you, girl.
so okay, so he was like messaging me on Friday night and he was like, hey, because I was like, hey, we still on for brunch tomorrow, and he was like, yeah, cool. Just I'll see how I go tonight. I might catch up with this guy. And I was like, cool, go have fun, girl. And then in the morning I was like, did you end up catching up with that guy? And he was like, oh, let me tell you the tea when we catch up. And I was like, okay, sure. So he's like, okay, so I met this, like, was talking to this guy in Grindr. He shows me this picture. And then I look at the picture and I was like, oh, and he's like, something's off about this picture, right? And I was like, yeah, like you just don't know if it's real or if it's fake. And I was like, did you get another picture? And he's like, no, I only got one picture. And I was like, you always need at least 2 or 3 and the Instagram handle. You go for 4. Yeah. So
4
you need at
pictures
least
and an Instagram
you need
handle.
exactly. You need at least 4 pictures and an Instagram handle. And again, back to what we spoke about in our first few episodes: no hat, no sunglasses, showing teeth. Get the full picture. So he gets this photo, and then they start talking on WhatsApp. And he's like, something still feels off. Like this person just doesn't feel right. And so then, I don't know if you have this in the US, but in Australia, we've got Pay ID. And so you can link your bank details to your phone number.
Yes.
And so he put this guy's phone number into Pay ID, managed to get, because he asked for the Instagram handle and he was like, I don't use Instagram, but I'm happy to chat on Snapchat or WhatsApp. And so he managed to get the name of this guy, put the name into Instagram, found the guy's profile, and it was not the photo that he sent on Grindr. And, mind you, right, he showed me the profile and I was like, he's actually not a bad looking guy. Like, why, if you weren't, I was about to say ugly, but no one's ugly.
Ugly.
If
you're
he
not
was,
cute.
if he wasn't cute, then I would understand using someone else's profile picture, but he was actually quite attractive.
Yes.
And so then what was it? I think he my friend sent a photo of the Grindr picture to his friend, and his friend was like, oh, that's that person. Shows the profile, and the profile is like a famous influencer, TikToker influencer. So this person's taken someone's like TikTok photo or Instagram photo, used that to catfish on Grindr.
Oh no.
And so then my friend wakes up in the morning and he's like, today I choose chaos. And he,
yes,
because the guy sends my friend a message and he's like, hey, do you still want to catch up this weekend? And he was like, why don't you explain to me this? And then sends the profile picture of the TikToker and then the profile picture of him. And he's like,
so what is it?
What is it? And then the guy literally was just like, well, if you knew, why didn't you say something?
Okay, first of all, gaslighting is not okay. It's not. It's nobody else's fault that you're not ugly. Okay.
But right? That's hilarious.
At that point, I would have went on Instagram Live and be like, "Let's go ahead and have this conversation. We are 3, 2, 1 live. Explain to me why you're using an Instagram TikToker, famous person, as your profile picture."
But that is my oh no moment of the week. One, that people are still out there using other people's photos, even when they're not ugly.
When it's so easy to find you online nowadays. Google image search pay
And
ID,
that's
all
what
of the above. It is
that's what
not.
gagged me. That's what gagged me. I was like, you're so smart. You're such a good stalker. I didn't know, like, I would not have thought about using Pay ID. Like, yeah. Insane.
Girl,
I
and
don't
if
know.
your man is Republican, go to his pay ID and see who he's paying. Okay, my honor moment of the week. Girl, this one's gonna gag you.
I'm already gagged.
So, as you know, I
am gagged.
I move a lot. I move around a lot for business, and I went to the gym, or no, I went out and I went to go buy some things.
Mm-hmm.
Came back. The person at the reception desk goes, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And I was like, "Oh, hello."
Why is this
Like,
voice so deep?
It just was. So I was like, "Hello," you know, like me and my workout shorts and my gym tank, right? Because I'm getting ready to go to the gym. And then I noticed that this fool was behind me on the escalator, and I'm like, "Uh-oh." And I'm like, okay. So then I go to the elevators, and then I notice he like follows to the elevators, and then there's 3 other people that come. So but we had to scan our cards, and then it tells you which elevator to take. So then he pretends to scan his or whatever. I scan mine, pops into my elevator. Someone else also pops into my elevator, and I'm like, okay, like clearly I'm being followed.
Yeah.
So then I get off the other guy gets off the elevator, and then it's just us two, and I'm like on my phone, right, like playing it cool, because I'm like, if I gotta fight, I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right. So then I get up the elevator, and I was like, let me throw this fool for a loop. So I swing the opposite direction of my room. And then I notice he's walking, and I'm like, all right, now I'm getting ready to turn around and say something. And then next thing you know, like he turns back around to the elevators, takes it down, and like disappears. So then I'm like, all right, cool. So then I go the opposite way to my room.
Yeah.
Go to the gym, shows up in the gym as I'm doing my workouts, like 3 or 4 times. And then I go back to my room. Get on my computer. I start working on our show. Then I start working on something else with my friend who we're going in on a project together. And I'm like, like typing things up. And then I hear on my door, and I'm like,
no.
So I have a carabiner. Oh, it's not next to me. And for those of you who don't know what a carabiner is what you use to hook your tricep extension or the bars on the pulleys in the gym that clips it all together. And like sometimes moms use it. They have like giant ones that you can use on your strollers. So I grab that. It fits perfectly around my knuckles, because I'm like,
okay, knuckle
why is
buster.
anybody like knocking at my door? It's practically midnight, right? And I look through the little peephole, and it's the reception person. And I'm like, oh, hell no, right? So then, like, I just slowly touch my lock to make sure that it's still locked. And then I go back to I tiptoe back to my bed, because I'm like, I don't want to make any noises that can indicate I'm on the other side of the door, right? Because, like, I've seen Taken, and people get taken, right? So I'm like, I know how this works. I'm going to get kidnapped. They're going to sell me. I'm worth a lot of money. Things could happen. So then again, I hear... And I'm like, yo. So I grab my water bottle, which is this one, and it's heavy. So I grab this. I have the carabiner around my knuckles. And I'm like, hey. I go, yeah. And then I hear room service. And I'm like, nobody ordered room service.
Why are you talking like that?
Because I need my voice to be deeper. And then I get closer, and I just see him standing there. He's like looking around, and he's like, he looks confused. Like, I know this has to be this kid's room. Apparently, there was nobody else on my floor. right? I was like, oh no, girl, I was sweating. I'm like, oh no,
Oh
where's
my
Liam Neeson when I
gosh.
need him to come rescue me? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I was trying to like get a picture in the people to like, to repeat, to like report just in case.
yeah.
Oh, so my oh no moment of the week is I almost got kidnapped, girl. So I'm grateful to be here.
But then what happened?
Nothing. I went to bed nervous and I put everything in front of the door so that if anybody came into my room, like it would all come crashing down. Let me tell you, I put the ironing board, I put the iron on the ironing board, I put my travel bag next to it, I put my water bottle because it's a lot of metal. I put that on there. I kept the carabiner with me next to my bed. And then I was like, maybe dude was trying to hit on me, but that's not how you go about it, right?
Was he
That's
cute?
that's not how you go about things.
Open the door
in the middle of the
bitch.
night. Like, don't come knocking on my door.
I would open the door.
I instantly got like a cold sweat because I was like, because I've seen Taken 1, 2, and 3. So I was like, oh no. And then I was like,
Oh, no, I'm taking
to the
4.
front desk. And I'm like, what if he's genuinely like just wanted to like slip his number, which I'm not interested in, however. But like, someone like that, like, what if they just wanted to just like clock the number and be like, yo, I just wanted to say, like, you're really attractive. I would like to take you out to dinner on a date. Something like very genuine and nice.
Did you
But,
just
like,
say
again, I'm not into it. So I was not interested. I was a little nervous.
This is like literally the start of like, so there's Taken 1, 2, and 3. This is like the Pornhub version, like Taken on all 4s.
Taken to bed. And
On
so
all 4s.
I was like, do I report this? And I sat there in a cold sweat for a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna pretend like this never happened. I texted my best friend. I was like, yo, someone knocked on my door. Like, it was the person who's working at the reception desk. Like, just a heads up if I go missing in the middle of the night. Like, that's who did it. And he's like, girl, open the door. And I'm like, no, I'm not opening the door.
I would open the door. If he was cute, I would open the door.
Girl, no.
We need to do a poll. Who would open the door? We'll do a poll later.
Oh, no. Who would have opened the door? Okay.
Who would open the door?
Back.
Yas?
Play it one more time. Would you have opened the door?
And the options are yes or no.
Yes, or
yes, or no. Oh no.
And with that being said, if you happen to find my Instagram after you stalked me all the way to my room, please like, subscribe, and follow our podcast. And comment what you thought and what exactly was your purpose in knocking on the door. And with that being said, we'll see you next week. Bye.